Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Real quick, people stop the real quick cut. Double check the steering wheel. Control.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
All out there. Nice and smooth. Let's get it all done all day long. Gotta get good feeling about today, guys.
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish!
It's too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
We knew it was just a matter of time. Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa.
Juicy Spider Motorsports takes home the 1-2-3 finish.
This isn't just another sim race, this isn't just another online league, and this isn't just another trophy on a shelf. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Drivers choose the charity. Talent chooses the winner. The culture is strong, but the competition is stronger. Most events focus on just one cause, not here. Each driver selects a charity to race for, leaving dozens of causes in contention as drivers fight for a place in the top 5.
Think you've got what it takes to join the Charity Cup Series? Find a cause you believe in and buckle up. This is more than your everyday sim racing experience. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome out here to the All-American Racing Network. Sorry, I had this pulled up, and it just reset itself. The Boosted Safe 265 here at Talladega Speedway this morning. I'm your broadcaster, your host here this morning, Goose, and I've got my co-broadcaster up in the booth with me. Say good morning, Ricky.
Good morning, everybody.
We've got an exciting one out here for you today. We've got 100 laps here at Talladega this morning. 3 green-white checkered flags will be as needed. Drivers are going to have 65% fuel, 4 sets of tires, and 1 fast repair. There will be no stages this race, so we're going to have green flag racing all day here today. If you noticed, our intro was a little bit different this morning. We got some more commercials to play for you guys, and we got some new sponsors on board. And we want to thank some of those sponsors of the AARN, the All-American Racing Network. We want to thank Boosted Safe for sponsoring today's Talladega race, Bully Dog Coffee Company for being the one of the coffee companies, one of the coffee sponsors of the All-American Racing Network. And we want to give a huge shout out to Whiplash Sim Cams for providing some of your camera angles today. If you notice, your camera angles are going to look a little bit different here today. So a big shout out to them. Thank you for providing those camera angles over to the stream today. We'll make sure to put them to good use and show the viewers what they're all about. If you guys are looking to upgrade your camera views and some of your camera angles for all kinds of different cars, tracks, places in iRacing, if you want to take off your broadcasting company a little bit more and get a little extra with it, make sure to check them out. They do great work. I've scrolled through and looked at plenty of the cameras last night before the race here this morning. And a lot of them are actually really, really cool. They'll mimic the NASCAR cameras really, really well. Take a look at some of them here. Here's some onboard footage. This is of Jordan White. We're still just finishing up qualifying here. White's taking some laps around. You got some of the onboard cameras here. There's that Bully Dog Coffee Company on the side there. The qualifying is just finishing up here this morning, and we're going to get underway here pretty shortly. How are you feeling this morning, Ricky?
Feeling pretty good, Goose. How about yourself?
Oh, tired. You know, if you guys are looking for a great game to play with your friends that you just apparently stay up all night playing, there's this car mechanic simulator game where you play it with your friends. It's a co-op one. That's a pretty fun game to check out if you guys are looking for something. You see the number 34 of Chris Perry there just finishing up. You see an issue there with the camera. And he will be off the track there. So that is okay. And qualifying is over. You see the iRacing official pace truck here. We are 1 to go green here at Talladega. We're going to try and head through your starting lineup here once we change the camera angles around a little bit. Starting up there in that first position. Let's restart it here. Starting up there in that number 66 machine, Elijah Maupin, Matthew McKinnon. Here we go with those last names again. And that number 4 machine will be in that third spot. Coulter Clark in the third. Sorry, McKean in the second. Jordan White in fourth. You're going to have Gary May in fifth. I hate how the camera does this. Robert Hizong is going to be in that sixth position. Christopher Foote in seventh. The number 22 of Michael Alley will be in eighth. Zachary King in ninth. We'll have a special segment about Zach coming up here in just a second. Sean Hughes will be in 10th position there. Tony Krieger, 11th. Michael Rivolo will be in 12th. The 34, Chris Perry, will be in 13th. The 23 of Chris Bonner will be in 14th. See some more camera views there. Thaddeus Friel Jr. will be in 15th position. That number 7, Clifford Allison, in 16th. Austin Adams in 17th. Adam Ramsey, 18th. Jeffrey Johnson, 19th. That is Chris Echapar in 20th. Chris Romano will be in 22nd. 21st, Douglas Scalisi. 24th, Cameron Combs. 23rd, Gregory Vandis. Matt Oppinger, 25th. 26th will be Casey Gross. Chad Fox in 27th. 29th, Justin Young in that 30th position. Corey Powell. Fortunately, Foote having some issues there. Unsure what's happened to him. We got Justin Young there in that 29th position. Casey Gross there. Chad Fox. Sean Hughes back there. Good ways. You see some more issues with some of the cameras. That's to be expected there. It happens sometimes. You see more of the camera views here. It just seems like our board was spinning really, really fast there for some reason. That and our camera views got messed up, and it just was not able to go through that starting lineup the cleanest. So not our start there, or not our cleanest start there, but that is all right. So Elijah Maupin in that number 66 pink Ford EcoBoost is gonna lead him around this time. We're gonna get ready to go here at Talladega. The pace car lights are off. And the pace car is down. 100 laps here at Talladega in the All-American Racing Network Cup Series League. Let's get her done.
Green flag.
Elijah Maupin will bring him to the restart zone, and that green flag is going to wave here at Talladega. Maupin's got a good run on the bottom. Take a look at Clark right behind him. Clark's going to be helping him out a little bit there. And that top side is going to be sticking with them. The 4 of McKeem is holding on to that top side. They're going to get it a little bit squirrely. You see the Kellogg's car. They're great on the apron. He's going to try and desperately get back up there. You see Chris Etchepar back in that mess. Dive down to the bottom there. Maupin still holding on to that bottom in the 54s right behind him. Ricky, what are temperatures looking like out here this morning at Talladega?
At the moment, during qualifying, it was reaching upwards of 113 degrees. Right now, as we speak and starting the race, we are at 110 degrees Fahrenheit.
110 degrees out there on the track here at Talladega. You don't hear from that much at all. Usually you never see that, especially not at Talladega. But a hot one out here at Talladega, Alabama. You see the number 4 of McKeem was able to gain the lead away, and is going to lead some laps here at Talladega. The number 66 of Maupin has fallen back to 5th position after a little bit of a fight for the lead there. Unfortunately, just a lot of moving around and not a lot of staying in position there. See the number 22, that's Michael Alley. Very nice patriotic paint scheme out there. Trying to make his way around the track in that 3rd position there. He's just going to be able to hold on to it. He's got 100 laps to make it work. But I think now might be as good of any time to let you guys know. About our little thing going on. So check in with Zachary King in that number 51 machine. Zachary King is back there in that Hornet's Nest, moving position after position. Also, fun fact, he is the fastest car out here today. But Zachary King in that number 51 car, we were talking a little bit in the Discord channel, and we came up with the decision to let you, the viewers out there, pick the nickname that we call him during the stream. So if you guys would like to leave a nickname in the chat, we can read that off and pick off the nickname that is most voted on out there, is the most popular vote out there. So make sure you let us know in the chat. Also, wake up, guys. I know it's early in the morning, but it's a great day to be racing here at Talladega. It's looking good for McKeenan in that number 4 car. He's still holding on to that lead up there. Ricky, who's your pick for today? What are you looking at? Which cars are you looking at out here today at Talladega to either win or at least just do pretty good?
It's Talladega, so if anybody's game, I'm going to have to put my money on someone. It's probably going to be The 97 car or the 4 car. Maybe even the 29. Those are my top 3 at the moment.
I do agree. You see the 83 of White back here. That's Jordan White back there fighting a little bit with some cars. He's trying to make his way up the pack here today. You already got some big movers out here at Talladega. It's what it's known for. It's super speedway racing, and it's one of my personal favorite tracks. You see the number 15 at Combs up 18 positions. The 77 at Gross up 19 positions. You see the 83 of White is down 14 positions since the start of this race, and the 21 of Foot is down 12 positions. They keep going back and forth, so it changes every once in a while there. McKean is only up 1 position since the start of this race, and he is the leader, that number 4 car. See the number 7 of Allison on the outside there, getting door banged. Echapar almost up into the wall. When these cars get very, very close to each other, it gets really hard to see where you got to go around these corners, and so I totally understand that sometimes these cars can look like they get out of whack, either going into or coming out of the corner. You see the number 23 of Farner there, Chris Farner, and that John Deere Cup car. John Deere, nothing runs like a deer. The best brand. If it's red, leave it in the shed. If it's green, it'll run all day. See Thaddeus Friel Jr. on the outside of Adam Ramsey there. He's trying to get it done in that number 98 USMC machine. Thaddeus Fastius. He's been working all day to try and get it done. He's sitting right now in that 8th position on the outside. Only second back from the lead on the outside row. But he's going to have to get that outside row to move up further if he wants to get that inside row caught up. Maupin still holding on to that 7th position now. And that number 66 Ford EcoBoost. He was holding on to the 6th position. Just lost the bumper to that outside row. Should be able to get it back here shortly, though. These guys are still racing hard, and it is only lap now 9 of this race. We got a long one for you folks out there today. It definitely is a long one. Give us just a second. Don't go nowhere. We're just double checking a couple things. Alright. We're still good. You didn't miss anything, I promise. This is one of those tracks where you can actually kind of just chill out, and you can kind of do that there. So thankfully you guys aren't going to miss anything if I do that. You see a 3rd lane starting to try and form up there. But as quickly as it forms, it dissipates out and will not work, unfortunately. Chris Farner down there in that number 23 machine. Ramsey in the number 97 in front of him, trying to get something to work there. We're going to cycle through some of the cameras that were provided through us, or to us, by Whiplash Sim Cams. Chris Perry down there on the apron. He's got the number 4 car following right behind him. They've got to hold it, and they're going to get a little bit loose, and the number 34 comes back up the track and hits the number 66 Ford back up into that. I think that is the number 77 of, that is W. Casey Gross, in heavy damage to the front bumper of Gross. The caution will not come out, but that did involve the 34, the 77, and the 66 Mustang out there. You did see that they got a little bit loose down there on the apron, just pushed below and couldn't get back up onto the racing surface before going into that corner. Ran out of racetrack and just spun out at that high speed going around that corner down there on the apron. Came back up the track, unfortunately, right in front of the 77. of Gross, and unfortunately heavy damage to the front of that car. Remember, these guys only have one fast repair, and with that damage, these guys are now going to start looking to get separated out here on the field. You see Farner and Fox are desperately going to hang in there and try and work together to stay as close to that front pack as possible. Cameron Combs in that number 15 machine trying to lead the last pack, or one of the last packs, around Talladega right now. And the number 27 of Adams is your new leader change. We'll get up to him real quick. Adams in that number 27 machine down there on the bottom side. He was the leader for just a second here at Talladega. Now you see the number 51 of Zachary King up into first position. Remember, guys, if you guys have a nickname suggestion for the number 51 of Zachary King, what you'd like us to call him during the broadcast here on Fearless Broadcasting Network, leave it in the chat. And we'll take a look at that and make sure it is at least family friendly. Make it at least a little bit family friendly to where I'm not going to get in trouble by YouTube if I say it. See that back lane there has caught Farner and King, or not King, sorry, and Fox. They caught Farner and Fox. So they'll fall back into there. You see Echapar also has damage to the front of his race car, so I'm wondering if he didn't get any damage from that incident as well. It looks like the damage that Gross looks just like the damage that Gross has to the front of his car, with that dented in front bumper there. Zachary King will lead him around on that top side. The 92 of Powell right behind him. How many laps do you think it's going to take them, Ricky, that second pack back there, to catch this front pack up yet again? It looks like they have almost the same amount of cars per pack, but I'm thinking that backpack might have an extra car or two.
It really depends on how coordinated everyone wants to get together, you know. But at this, that large of a gap at a speedway like this, honestly, it'll probably take a couple laps, maybe 20 if they get lucky.
Saw a little bit of an incident there with the number 22 of Michael Alley going around the corner there. I'm unsure if he got a little bit loose going around the corner there and just got up into the wall a little bit on the high side, trying to take it through wide almost, it looked like. Or if he got door banged up into the wall. I'm unsure, but it looks like he has a little bit of damage there. Thaddeus Friel looking like he's going to hold him up there in that middle lane. Going 3 wide almost through that corner there. The 27 of Adams will lead him around again, officially cementing a lead lap here at Talladega as he will cross the finish line. 16 laps so far out of this 100-lap race, and we've got fights in action all around the place. I understand AARN not wanting to throw the caution flag that soon in the race. Thankfully, it was not a big incident at all, so I don't see a need for the caution flag, especially because you got one of those rare instances and one of those cool instances here that the All-American Racing Network, these drivers with their skill level, that they were actually able to do. You see that backpack all formed up into a single file line. That's going to help them catch this front pack here with them all fighting on the outside of each other there, with them side by side, with them singled up back there. They're going to be able to catch up quickly. So with the skill level of these drivers, even after that incident, that second pack was not actually that far off of this front pack here. So they'll be able to catch up fairly quickly. see Ramsey's got the back bumper to Zachary King there. They're going to try and get around this track as quickly as possible on that high side. They want it. Echapar is going to try and help out the 97. You see the air bubbles between the bumpers there that these next-gen cars are able to generate. The number 92 of Powell on that bottom side trying to lead a lap here at Talladega. Will he officially lead a lap here? Yes, he will. His bumper made it across before King, so the number 92 of Powell can cement himself as a lap leader here at Talladega. Powell will be a little bit more than a leader. He'll be a for sure leader, as Adams is going to fall behind him and is going to push him down the back straightaway. Going to try and get there, and he spins him! The number 92 gets spun around by the 27. And the number 27 will come back up the track. And the caution will come out for the first time here tonight. We have your first caution at Talladega here tonight, and unfortunately that happened between the number 27 of Austin Adams and the number 92 of Corey Powell. That was just an unfortunate incident. They moved a little bit and bad things happen. Once you move a little bit on these super speedways, bad things they happen all the way around. As Carson Hocevar would say, generally, if you cause the wreck, you won't get caught up in it. And he indeed did not get caught up in his own accident. The number 27 of Adams did not get caught up in his own accident. But unfortunately, Corey Powell will go around tonight and lose the lead here at Talladega. Don't go anywhere, folks. We will be back with you shortly. We are just going to hear from a few of our sponsors very, very quickly.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Real quick, people stop the real quick cut. Double check the steering wheel. Control.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
All done all day long. Got a good feeling about today, guys.
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish!
It's too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
We knew it was just a matter of time. Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa.
GC Spider Motorsports takes home the 1-2-3 finish.
This isn't just another sim race, this isn't just another online league, and this isn't just another trophy on a shelf. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Drivers choose the charity. Talent chooses the winner. The culture is strong, but the competition is stronger. Most events focus on just one cause, not here. Each driver selects a charity to race for, leaving dozens of causes in contention as drivers fight for a place in the top 5.
Think you've got what it takes to join the Charity Cup Series? Find a cause you believe in and buckle up. This is more than your everyday sim racing experience. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to Premier Racing.
Welcome back here to Talladega in the All-American Racing Network League. We are just finishing up here under caution. You're taking a look at one of our pit lane drone cams provided to you by Whiplash Sim Cams, one of the many angles that you get access to. We have been flipping through the angles here as we have been under caution, if you have noticed, with some of our new graphics. I know, maybe really cheapo graphics to some of you guys, but I think it's pretty cool that we have a side-by-side now graphic that you guys can watch the race while you also listen to the ads. Zachary King has made it off of pit road and is on the top side there. That number 51 machine, the number 22 of Ali, pardon me. Ali is going to be there on the inside lane to challenge him. See Ramsey in that third position, that number 97 car. He's going to be on the top side there, trying to get it done on the top side. We're going to go to the drone cam here. The number 2 of Ravallo on the bottom side. Ramsey are having a little bit of an issue there. Jen Blossom's 51 machine. Make sure you guys are putting in your votes to pick Zachary King's nickname out there. Just making sure we are all good to go green here. The pace car lights are off here again at Talladega. And King is going to lead us to the restart zone. Ali to the inside, the 97 of Ramsey to the backside of the 51, and the 2 car of Ravallo on that bottom side there, helping out the number 22 of Ali. Green flag will fly here at Talladega, and King will get a great jump on that top side, getting a great run down the front straightaway. You see the 22 of Ali back there fighting alongside of Ramsey. They'll go side by side. With King getting it so far out in front there, though, I'm not too sure he's going to have too much time before they catch back up to him. Yep, there you go. The number 97 puts the bumper to the 51 and tells him, let's get going. A third line is looking like it's going to go there. Ramsey will get down there to the bottom and block the number 44. That is Romano down there on the bottom side. Ramsey will take the lead. Getting that bumper stuck out there, but that top side's coming back. King will take the lead right back away. They'll take it down through the tri-oval, and King will lead them through. Echapar out there on the outside. That front end damage will still be affecting him. King will lead that lap on the restart. Lap 23 of 100 here this morning here at this Talladega AARN Cup race. The Boosted Safe 265. Make sure you check out Boosted Safe. Other sponsors that we'd like to shout out: Juicy Spider Designs. We'd also like to shout out Premier Racing Setups. If you're new to iRacing and you need some setups to get competitive out there in some of them open setup races, look no further than Premier Racing Setups. They'll have you covered anything from dirt oval to NASCAR oval, so asphalt oval cars, and even some road racing cars. Also make sure to check out their Discord, because they are looking for development drivers all the time, so make sure you join them, and you could have a chance to join on as a development driver or a builder. They are also looking for setup builders, so if you know how to build setups and you are looking for a place to build setups for, look no further than Premier Racing Setups. See the number 27 of Austin Adams on the outside lane there is trying to lead that outside lane around. They don't have as many cars as that inside lane, so they've fallen off a little bit. Zachary King right behind him. The number 44 of Chris Romano, right behind Adam Ramsey. Adam Ramsey, currently your leader. Chris Romano in second position. Third position is Michael Alley. See that outside line coming in to affect a little bit more. Michael Ravillo on the outside. He filtered up there to try and help them out a little bit. That'll allow the number 22 of Christopher Foote to get past, though. Michael Alley in third position in that 22 car. Also like to give a shout out to the All-American Racing sponsor. All-American Racing Network sponsor, Bully Dog Coffee Company. Good place to get your coffee, check them out. I have heard about some of the flavors, and honestly, some of their flavors I have kind of been interested in. I'm not much of a coffee guy myself, but there's some flavors out there that don't even, sound like coffee. It sounds like that Starbucks kind of coffee. So if you're into the Starbucks coffee, not Starbucks coffee like in a bad way, but like, you get like those flavors that aren't necessarily like just coffee flavors. Definitely check them out. I think you guys would enjoy that. You see King putting the bumper to the back of Adam from one of our faraway cameras here. Trying to push him, get him going. And he'll have a good run through the corner there. That's a good run. See the 21 car. That 21 car almost reminds me of a... Of what is it? What am I trying to think of? Not Sea of Thieves. I can't think of it right now. My mind is blanking. Ricky, if you could help me out here. What is the movie with Captain Jack Sparrow in it? What is that? Yes. Yes, Pirates of the Caribbean. That is... It reminds me of a Pirates of the Caribbean car. That's what I'm thinking of whenever I look at that number 21 car out there. That's Foote. See the number 24 car, though. He's not a car that we have talked about yet today. I believe that is the 24 car. It is showing that is the number 30 car, actually, of the number 24 car of Gregory Vardis. Either way, he was up there a little bit. He fell back there to 8th position as this front row is going to get a little bit pushed back into single formation, but they're immediately going to try and take it back to 2 wide racing there. You see the number 51 of King, one of the aggressive drivers out here today. And the 2 going with him are Rivolo. And you see that outside lane still trying to get going, but that outside lane just cannot get healthy enough to get any traction there. Just like in real life, generally, give us just a sec, we'll turn up this crank it up cam here. One of the crank it up cams, one of the many crank it up cams that come in the Whiplash Sim Cams pack that you get with the Talladega camera angle pack. And I like this one personally. How could you not like that one? Either way, I don't even remember what I was saying, Ricky. I do not remember at all. Oh yeah, generally, like in real life, the furthest outside lane, so let's take Daytona for example. If you look at Daytona races, right, the lane that is furthest to the wall, if you're going 3 wide, that's going to be the faster lane if you have the most cars up there for some reason. So these guys, I'm thinking they just got to get formed up on that outside lane. And they might actually start making some moves there. What do you think, Ricky?
I do agree with you. I would assume it's because of the banking, plus the side draft of the wall. but I could be wrong there, Goose.
Echapar put it right in the middle there. Right in the middle of Zachary King on that outside. Zachary King has been trying to make it back up there all morning. He's fallen back to 13th position so far. And there is a middle lane working there and an outside, very outside lane. So we have 3 lanes working. Coulter Clark on that outside. You know, I don't think that this 3-wide racing here by any means is purposeful at all. I just think a few people got pushed out of position while they were racing around through those corners there. And now it has led to some 3-wide action in the back of the pack. But thankfully, it is still all mostly one pack. Not many people have fallen off from the front pack, if at all. You see Mark Helzel is 31 laps down, and you had another guy there out of the race. So Echapar is leading him around there on that top side, as you can see. You got the number 27. Oh, this is a pretty messed up camera. Echapar out there, the number 27 of Adams right behind him. They are going to try and get it to work. Let's take a look at some inside camera view from Echapar's car there. Real quick, I did also just want to give a quick shout out to another person who got me into the Whiplash SimCams Discord server to get in there and access to those camera angles. Pit Stop TV, another broadcasting company, shout out to them. Check out their fantasy game that they have running in their server currently. For this league, the All-American Racing Network. You can check out their fantasy game that they got going on. Play that. Anybody can play. Broadcasters, drivers, friends, family members, anybody is welcome to tag along and play. Join the Pit Stop TV server. Pit Stop TV says fuel saving is the name of the game these days. I agree with these next-gen cars on any of these super speedways. It's just a fuel saving game. What do you think about that, Ricky? Do you agree that it's just a fuel saving game out there?
I do agree with it a little bit, but really Talladega, the key is just to survive. Everyone's just really impatient, always trying to get it the first couple laps. We are about a third into the race, but you never know if anybody's good.
How are the temperatures looking out there? I know during practice and qualifying we had some pretty hot temperatures out there, and before when we were checking in on the temperatures, they were surprisingly pretty high. How are we looking so far? Has it cooled off, or has it gotten any hotter as we come here to lap 35 of 100?
We are cooling off. We're at 108 right now.
So down from 110 to 108 here at Talladega. Still a pretty hot day here, surprisingly, but a beautiful sunny day, thankfully, at Talladega. Not very overcast out there. What's our humidity and everything looking like, and weather looking like here at Talladega today, Ricky?
We are at 35%. And
35% humidity.
And let's see. It is 82 degrees on the day. So I am surprised the track is this hot. It is still cooling down a tad bit. We just dropped down to 107.
So not that humid out, not super humid. Oh, just a beautiful camera. One of my favorite cameras in that Whiplash SimCams pack, as I've said before. But again, not very humid out there today, but just a hot one today. You see the number 30 car of Vandis there. The number 97 of Ramsey has led a few of these laps here since that restart. We are on lap 37 of 100. The number 44 of Romano is right there. He has been there for the past few laps, I think. And even before the restart, he was even right there. He's been in that second position. Has not really seen first too much here today. But he's looking to get there. He is looking to get there. So Chris Romano will take him around there in second position. The number 22 of Michael Alley still in another familiar position in that third spot. More big movers of the day. Romano up 20 positions. Ramsey up 17. Allison in that number 7 machine up 12. Vandis up 17. Echapar up 12. Now up 11. The number 20 of Young up 17. McMeekin is your fastest car out here today. And some of your biggest losers, Hisong is down 12 positions, and White, he's down 16 positions, unfortunately. Chris Romano in that 44 car has the 22 of Alley right to his back bumper. Zachary King in that 51 machine out there. Make sure you guys get those nickname votes into the chat before the end of the stream. Hopefully before at least halfway through the race, so that way we actually have a chance to use his nickname. And something happened, of course, right when I go to a different camera view. Of course, something happens right when I go to a different camera view. Oh, no. Why? Why? No. Alrighty, everybody. Stay tuned then while I grab this incident very, very quickly. Stay tuned. Alrighty, everybody. So I do have it here. So let's slow motion this forward. We're gonna watch the number 21 afoot. Now a lot is about to happen here, so I need you guys to watch. They all get together. The 21 afoot and the 51 of Zachary King are gonna go down there into the inside wall, unfortunately. Gonna hit that pretty hard. Now you might be wondering, why are we not looking at them down there? Well, because we have an incident up ahead. The number 27 and the 98 of Thaddeus Friel get together. The 27 right down the track will come right back up and get hit. The 2 will hit the wall there. Thaddeus Friel gets into Echapar in the 75 there. Friel up into the wall. The 2 there. Everyone's scattering around. You see the 27 of Adams in the wall. See the 54 of Clark trying to save it there. And you just see everybody just scrambling. So that is what happened out there, unfortunately. And Matthew Meekin is going to lead your race now. And I think it's a pretty good time for everybody's favorite part of the streams. So here we go.
Well, you may have run out of racecraft. You may have made a mistake. That pedal on your far left side, most drivers call it the brake. Now I know you may be new to the craft and not so adept at turning left. So why go free wide into turn 1, then run out of skill? Now we're all done. Now the caution is out and the yellow is flying. The leader is pissed and the offender is lying. Here comes the goat, with an end of line. The penalties are coming. There might be a fight. Race hard, race clean. Use respect and be nice. I'll see you at the finish line. Get a win in life.
Alrighty, we're making our way through this caution. We're going to be done with it very soon. The pace car lights are off on the iRacing official pace truck there. So we're working through some of these Whiplash SimCam cameras that were provided to us for the broadcast from Pit Stop TV and Whiplash SimCams. If you're interested in upping your broadcasting game with some new camera angles for tracks and cars, ranging from cars on the asphalt oval side. I think they do have some road cars over there. Definitely check them out. Check out Bully Dog Coffee Company. Check out Premier Racing Setups for any of your racing setup needs. The number 4 of Matthew Meekin is gonna lead him around here for this restart. Let's get to a good camera view here before we mess up the restart and get yelled at here. Green flag is gonna be out here at Talladega. Meekin is gonna get a good run and is gonna take the top side away from Adam Ramsey. He knows Ramsey is a fast car and wants to take that lead away as soon as possible and block it off. You see the number 44 of Romano, a dangerous force to be reckoned with out here on the track today. A fast and strong contender out here, usually sitting in that second position, now back there in third. I don't suspect he'll be there soon. Adam Ramsey trying to pass below the yellow line here at Talladega. Hopefully he doesn't actually go through with it, but We'll be all right. And the number 4 of McMeekin has a black flag penalty and is going to have to take it down pit lane and serve a penalty. That is very, very unfortunate for McMeekin. Not what you want to see. Thankfully, we are only on lap 44 of a 100-lap race here at Talladega. Thank you all for joining in. If you guys are just tuning in now to the stream, welcome to the All-American Racing Network Talladega Boosted Safe 265. Good morning to everybody, and I hope you guys are having a great morning. I know it's really early. I know. It's some of our earliest streams that we have done here on the Fearless Broadcasting Network, but no better person to do it with than Goose and Ricky up here in the booth. And unfortunately, if you guys are liking the All-American Racing Network Cup Series race here, I do believe that this is our final stream here in the Cup race, in the Cup Series, as Pit Stop TV will be taking back over. So if you guys want to keep checking out the All-American Racing Network Cup Series race, make sure to go check out Pit Stop TV over on their channel. And if you guys are interested in playing their fantasy game, their fantasy team game that they have going on, make sure to check out their Discord. And you can play the All-American Racing Network fantasy team game. Anybody can play. See, Romano, I told you about him. I told you, and I was right. He is back up there in that second position. You see the field is a little bit spread out. You see the number 44 of McMeekin back here all by himself. The number 15 of Cameron Combs all by himself. You see that 59 of Jeffrey Johnson down in pit lane. Damaged, not coming back out. Douglas Scalise back here in that 16 car by himself. You see the 77 of Gross, who was caught up in an incident earlier. Back there. And the number 2 of Ravillo goes around. Michael Ravillo goes around. A little bit of damage to that car. Bear with us. We are going to take a look at why that happened. Okay, that's a weird one. So I'll let you guys take a look at this here. I'm gonna change the camera view very quickly here. Bear with me. I know I just put this back up and I should be ready, but we're gonna do that and we're gonna play it in slow-mo. So Rivolo gets hit by the 22, gets sent down into the 21, and they go down into the wall. Now I want you to really quickly, I'm gonna throw this screen back up and I'm going to play it from a different camera angle, because if anybody in the league is watching and watches it from a different angle, it's gonna look pretty suspicious. But from that camera angle that I just showed you, you can see what actually happened. But I do want to show you what did happen. So we're going to go slow-mo. They come off that corner, and it just looks like he goes all the way down into Foot. But he did get hit off that corner, and Foot gets heavy, heavy damage to the front of his car. Christopher Foot, unfortunately, in that 21 car. That's that car that I thought was that, what was it? That, whatever it is. Pirates of the Caribbean car, yeah. That's what it is. Bear with us, ladies and gentlemen, real quick. You are not missing a thing. We are just under caution here. So just bear with me very quickly. I promise. Very good. Not missing anything. Alright. You're good to come back. Chris Romano is going to be leading y'all around. Push the Edge Net just woke up today. He's got a double header. He's going to be streaming the Bad Batch Sim Racers in the Rogue Racing League. So definitely go check out those streams later on today. Go check out Push the Edge Net broadcasting those couple of leagues. When we come back to green, we're going to be at lap 50. So we'll be halfway through this race at the restart. So in a way, it's kind of like an unofficial, what is it, stage, Ricky?
Yes, it is, Goose.
See car going down to pit there, and some cars trying to beat it out of pit lane, probably with some damage there. These guys do have check out Fearless broadcasting those streams actually later. That's what Push the Edge Net says. So Fearless will be broadcasting them later. I didn't know Fearless would actually be. If we're talking about Ethan is going to be broadcasting them, then I didn't know he was back in town. Ethan has been gone, if you guys didn't know. Ethan has left us all alone to fend for ourselves here at the Fearless Broadcasting channel. We have no clue what we're doing. Nah, I'm kidding. It's a great place to just chill and hang out with people. There's a lot of cool people in the Fearless Broadcasting servers. And also, if you guys are looking to get on with a broadcasting channel, check us out. Come apply. Come be a part of Fearless and broadcast with us alongside of us. We are looking for broadcasters, different broadcasters all the time for all kinds of different series. Road racing, NASCAR, dirt racing, all kinds of stuff. With the amount of clientele that is going around, with the amount of leagues that are needing broadcasters nowadays, the need for broadcasters is now more than ever. And with the amount that we already have, it's still not even enough. So if you guys are looking to get on with a broadcasting crew, check us out on Discord. Get a hold of us on Discord. We would love to have you on board. So, Chris Romano, after being in second place this entire race, is finally going to lead a lap here and lead him off this restart here at Talladega. The pace truck is down, and they have hit the restart zone. Green flag is out at Talladega, and he's going to get a good jump on the top side there. Vandis on that bottom side is going to try and get to him, but Romano's going to get down there to the bottom. I'm not too sure if that was the smartest choice. Maybe staying up there on that high side, considering that top side is good. But thankfully, my call is wrong. That top side already dissipating away as they go down the back straightaway. Romano throws a block up to the top side. That was actually a pretty good block, but he's going to get a little bit aggressive. He's not going to be able to block again, and is going to get hung out there to dry on the outside. That's going to put the 54 of Clark past him, and he's going to lead it around. That top side, as soon as I said that it was falling apart, it came right back. No, I know, Greg. I know, Greg, that you were, that's what I figured. So yeah, make sure you guys check out Greg from Push the Edge Net on Fearless, broadcasting those couple of leagues later. That is what I meant the first time. I guess it just came out wrong. That reminds me, we do have a doubleheader coming up Wednesday as well. If you want to check me and Ricky out Wednesday, we have Dare and the All-American Racing Network. Tuesday, we will have the Weekend Warrior Sim Racing, ARCA Cars. Weekend Warrior ARCA Cars. .75 of Hughes there, trying to make his way on that outside line, trying to work with the 24, unofficially the 24, officially the 30, trying to get there. You see the 23 and the 24 almost got together there. He's just losing a lot of speed, and the 97 is going to pass him up. They're leaving that middle lane almost out the drive, but that 97, you see he just hits that wall of air. You can literally see him hit the wall of air. He's going to try and get back down the track, but oh, the 27's there. I guess the spotter didn't call him clear. Spotter should not call him clear now. That 29 is probably a little bit scared. That's Robert Hinson back there. Hinsung. Sorry, Hinsung. And Tony Krieger. The 97 of Adam Ramsey really loose on that outside lane there. But they are 3 wide back here. It is 3 wide racing at Talladega. What you love. Something I really want to see one day. If we want to get to those, we'll have to really get to a really good league, like a top split league. Not saying that All American Racing Network is bad. I actually wanted to say that so I could play into how good these guys are actually doing, going 3 wide here. But what I'm talking about is those really, really professional drivers that can take it 4 wide here at Talladega. I'd love to see that one day where guys just run 4 wide here at Talladega, lap after lap after lap. I think that would be a really cool thing. Take a look up here in the lead really, really quick. Clark in that 54 machine did lead that lap around. We're on lap 54 of 100. That is the official pace truck of iRacing. Hello. But no, we want to take a look at the number 51 of King. If you remember, the 51 of King was caught up in a little bit of an incident earlier in the race. Well, look, he's back up here in first place on that 3rd lane to the outside. And there's a big wreck at the front. The 22 and the 20 gets sent down there. And it's the big one at Talladega! Oh, my God! It's the big one at Talladega. Good morning. They're still wrecking. The caution is out here at Talladega, and oh geez, we have a lot to unpack. Good morning, everybody. I hope waking up is as fun for you as it was just fun for me. See that number 4 car, that is McKean out there. His wheels are not even spinning real quick. We're going to take a look here. And I guess we're going to grab the incident of when that all occurred. So bear with me for just a few moments. Okay. I think I have it, and I think I have a good camera view. Watch, just watch towards the front. We're going to play this in slow-mo. Just watch towards the front. You see the 22 goes around. Oh, my goodness, no. Okay, there we go. The 54 pit stop TV machine. You see the 77, the 44 go around. The 75, they all go around back here. There's the 12. I see the 77 again. The 7. The 34, the 5. There's the 22 again. The 66 down there. The 83. The coffee machine there. I don't know what that is. The number 16. It's so damaged. See that number 92. The 5. Just everybody. Literally everybody is involved in that wreck there. And the only people who looked like they made it out was the two of Rivolo. Let's head back to live here, actually. We'll get a better view there. They're actually going to take it down pit lane. Everybody's heading down pit lane, and that's going to be a good time to actually take a look at our pit lane drone cameras, if we can find them. Take a look here. Yeah, look at this fancy stuff. Again, big shout out to Whiplash Sim Cams. Without them, we would not have these cameras to provide you here for the broadcast. I think we are muted there, so we're going to unmute that. You can hear these cars coming off of pit lane there. I'm going to real quick make sure we're not muted. I double guessed myself. Okay, we were muted and I unmuted myself. Perfect. I know you just heard a couple of cars. I promise. Look at all the rest of these cars. I promise you missed those couple of cars going by. You heard a cool noise and you missed it. Listen. There you go. It's even better now. I got you a better noise. Because I'm just that broadcaster. I'm just that cool. Either way, we are on lap 55 of 100, and the big one has come out here at Talladega tonight. Well, not even tonight. Sorry, I'm so used to it being nighttime when we do the streams that I'm not used to it being morning, but it is literally like early morning. But as we make our way through our caution here, we are going to hear from our sponsor. Or, well, a few of our sponsors, actually.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
We've been putting in work, man. We have been putting in that work.
Real quick, people stop the real quick cut. Double check the steering wheel. Control.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish!
It's too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
We knew it was just a matter of time. Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa.
Juicy Spider Motorsports takes home the 1-2-3 finish.
This isn't just another sim race, this isn't just another online league, and this isn't just another trophy on a shelf. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Drivers choose the charity. Talent chooses the winner. The culture is strong, but the competition is stronger. Most events focus on just one cause, not here. Each driver selects a charity to race for, leaving dozens of causes in contention as drivers fight for a place in the top 5.
Think you've got what it takes to join the Charity Cup Series? Find a cause you believe in and buckle up. This is more than your everyday sim racing experience. This is the Charity Cup Series.
some reason, when I pressed the unmute buttons, they did not unmute my my microphones and the sound. Either way, Revolio led that restart around, was able to hold on for it a little bit, had a good run on the bottom there. Zachary King had a better run on the top, and that 29 of Hisong is giving a lot of bumps to Revolio through those corners. That recaps pretty much what you missed me saying during the start of that. And King is going to start leading him around. I'm starting to see why some guys invest in better button boxes here to press the buttons, because sometimes I guess the buttons don't register as getting pushed. So sorry about that. We'll try not to make that happen again. McKinn in that number 4 machine, he's up there in that 5th position. He's still your fastest car out here tonight, or today, this morning. Keep forgetting that it's morning out here. King has led a lot of laps this race. He's been one of those top contenders all day. You see the number 54 gets pushed out of line there and is going to make a 3rd lane out there. The 2 getting aggressive. That's Revolio. He's also been an aggressive car. All these front-running cars have been aggressive cars all day. See the number 7 of Allison up there in the 3rd place. And the 2 of Revolio goes around and he comes back up the track!
Caution.
Ah, and it's a big wreck again! Another big one here at Talladega. The number 98 of Thaddeus Friel Jr. around and has a meatball. Unfortunately, there's the 2 of Revolio. Again was around and is definitely wrecked out. The 54 of Coulter Clark again caught up in that incident. Thankfully, the 12 of Fox was back there. He has some damage from a previous incident, but thankfully was not caught up in that. The number 77 of Gross gets by without any damage, and the number 92 of Powell. So the 54 of Clark, the 12 of Fox did not get caught up in that. But the 2 of Revolio was involved in that. And just the second big one here at Talladega tonight is going to take out a lot of cars out of contention for this race here in the Cup Series at the All-American Racing Network. And that incident is going to bring the yellow flag out again here at Talladega. And, well, you probably know what time it is. I don't even have to say it.
Caution song.
Sir, we got the caution song.
Well, you may have run out of racecraft.
Not sure it's
you may have made a mistake.
But it don't matter what series you're driving.
That pedal on your far left side. Most drivers call it the brake. Now I know you may be new to the craft and not so adept at turning left. So why go free wide into turn 1, then run out of skill? Now we're all done. Now the caution is out and the yellow is flying. The leader is pissed and the offender is lying. Here comes the goat, with an end of line. The penalties are coming, there might be a fight. Race hard, race clean, use respect and be nice. I'll see you at the finish line. Get a win in life.
Alrighty, we're making our way through the caution here in the All-American Racing Network Cup Series. The Talladega Boosted Safe 265. Shout out to Boosted Safe for sponsoring the All-American Racing Network League. Also, Bully Dog Coffee Company, sponsor of the All-American Racing Network. Whiplash Sim Cams and Pit Stop TV, also shout out to them for the camera angles that you are seeing out here today. If you guys are interested in upping your broadcasting game and adding some camera angles to your broadcast, definitely check out their Discord and get a hold of them. They can help you out. A lot of accidents, a lot of yellows, a lot of incidents out here today. Jason Thomas says, good luck, my AARN Cup brothers. Definitely good luck to you guys out there. We are going to come to lap 65 this next time around when we go green flag racing here at Talladega. You see, Austin Adams in that 27 machine is now going to be your leader out here tonight. The number 30... officially, the number 24, unofficially, the old number 27, Jack Daniels of Vandis, will be restarting in second position out there on the outside. In third position, the 22 of Alley, a familiar face out here this morning. And the 82 of Opplinger, not a familiar face. That is Matt Opplinger out there on that 82 machine. The Snap-on Chevrolet. I haven't even talked about it. In the top 20, you got 3 Toyotas. Your race is being led by a Ford, but you got 3 Chevys following that up. In the break it up is a Ford, but a Chevy is close behind in that 5th position. That rounds out your, or in that 6th position, sorry. That rounds out your top 6 manufacturers. Appreciate that, Jason
like
Thomas.
Not going. Always a Ford leading.
We are not going to go.
Like 4 or 5 Chevys following behind the Ford.
We are not going to go this time around, actually. The pace car lights come back on, and the caution is delayed. So I'm unsure why it's delayed. You see the 20, the 59 down pit lane. Also the number 2 of Michael Rivolio. I know you can't see that because it is covered up by the pit boxes there. But he is also down in pit lane. So those 3 cars out. Probably some other ones out tonight. You see the 54 heads down pit lane there. That is Coulter Clark. Thaddeus Friel Jr. back there. Thankfully, he's been caught up in a few incidents tonight. Take a look at that car. Looks fully repaired. These guys have 1 fast repair that they can use. 4 sets of tires for this race. 3 green, white, checkered flags. These guys only had 65% fuel to start out the race.
Make sure if you're watching the stream to like and subscribe. We are so close to reach our goal at 600 subscribers. We only need 6 more.
We are 6 subscribers away from 600?
Yes, sir.
Alright, guys, yeah. Hey, if you guys would be so kind as to subscribe, and hey, if you guys are already subscribed, just share it around. Sharing that thing around, liking the stream, anything helps us out. We are 6 subscribers away from 600 subs. And I'm sure
comment during the lives help us tremendously.
That also, yes, we do love interacting with our chat. That is one thing that we can do, and I have the chat. I have live chat pulled up right in front of me. Of course, there is a delay within the stream, but I promise I do see your messages, and I will reply to as many as I see out there. And I'm sure Ricky has the chat also out there. He'll respond to messages as well. If not, if you guys got questions for Ricky, ask him. Also, remember, guys, we are picking that nickname for Zachary King in that number 51. He is currently in 7th position. Remember, he was talking all that smack out there in that Discord server if you're a part of the All-American Racing Network server. And we were going to come up with a nickname for him to call him during the broadcasts. So, come up with that nickname. Unfortunately, I think this is our last night again here in the Cup Series for All-American Racing Network, as Pit Stop TV will be taking back over the Cup Series races here in the league. But you can still watch us broadcasting the O'Reillys and Truck Series races for the remainder of the month. The pace car's off. Austin Adams will lead us to the Talladega restart zone.
Ready. Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out here at Talladega once again. Lap 65 of 100 coming to lap 66 of 100. Adams will get a great run. Vandis right behind him. It's so sad to see. I mean, you see how small that field is getting. That field is getting smaller and smaller, caution after caution. So definitely a lot of big wrecks out here tonight. Thankfully, no one going into the catch fence, unlike last week, where we had about 2 or 3 separate incidents of cars going into the catch fence. So definitely was not the best time for some of those drivers out there. Cool fact, if you guys are newer to iRacing or haven't seen it and noticed it before, these next-gen cars going around these super speedways, you can see sometimes in the corners they'll spark. Yeah, they just bottom out. These cars bottom out so bad in these corners and everything that they will just scrape against the concrete there, the asphalt, and they'll spark it up. Just like those F1 cars sometimes on those road courses. Guys are into F1. Adams still leads him around. Vandis still right behind. Alley in that 22, a familiar face all day in that 3rd position. You can see the front of these cars. They are absolutely getting covered in rubber. Let's head up to Alley as he seems to be in the hornet's nest. I know we're going to pick on Alley here for a second, and we're going to go to that right rear suspension. That's looking at that outside lane to his right. See that 4? That's McKean. There's King. They're working, trying to go. Gives the bumper to the 24 going into the corner in a great big old run. Wow. You can see the bumper cam now of Michael Alley in that 22 car, and you can see the rubber that I was talking about that's accumulating on the front bumper of these cars. They've been running around so much and the tires are wearing, so not only is the tires just kicking that rubber off of them, they're also just picking up rubber that's around the track and just kicking it at the cars. And that's not only on their hood, that is also on their windshield. You can see it there on the side of the car. I mean, it's all over the place. You can see the top camera here, also provided by Whiplash Sim Cams. There's Zachary King on the outside, leading that outside lane, that charge to try and get to first position. It's not gonna work. 22 of Alley just trying to stick with the 24. He's in 4th position. They're coming to lap 70 of 100. See a little bit how these cars draft with each other. He's got cars behind him. He's got probably cars to the outside of him. He's got cars in front of him. Now you get to see what it's like to start running in that air. He's on the outside lane, and you see the 51 just absolutely blow by him. And now it's third lane racing. We haven't shown too much of the onboard cams this race, so we're going to show this for a little bit while we play our ads.
Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Real quick, people stop the real quick touch. Double check the steering wheel. Push roll.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
Nice and smooth. Get it all done all day long. Got a good feeling about today, guys.
Donnie Kite's gonna get through it all and score his first career win in the Saturday Night Racing League Cup Series. What a finish!
It's too little, too late from behind, and Sebastian Marin, your first repeat top split winner of the qualifying series.
We knew it was just a matter of time. Hunter Sr. is victorious.
Josh Adams taking the win at Iowa.
Juicy Spider Motorsports takes home the 1-2-3 finish.
This isn't just another sim race, this isn't just another online league, and this isn't just another trophy on a shelf. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Drivers choose the charity. Talent chooses the winner. The culture is strong, but the competition is stronger. Most events focus on just one cause.
Fuck is a goddamn caution
Each
for?
driver selects a charity to race for, leaving dozens of causes.
These last crashes, I've had no idea what's going on.
That's a big one,
All
and
right.
that is on board. That we got that on the onboard cam while we were on the ad break there. That is funny. Wow. All right, well, we'll go ahead and I guess get a look back at that really quickly here. Let's see what this was all about. A lot of smoke. A lot of smoke. I know you guys can't see it right now, but I definitely need to find a better camera view. I think I actually just found one. Okay. Let's take a look at what happened. It happens there. The 7 and the 24 are together, and everyone's around, and it's just another big one at Talladega again. I mean, it's just insane. Look at that. They all go down, and the pace truck almost gets hit. What are you doing, iRacing official pace truck? You almost got hit. There's a cool slide of the 92. That 29 car right there, that is who we were riding on board with. We saw firsthand the POV of him getting absolutely demolished out there. So, yeah, that happened. But we're going to get back up to live. We're going to get back up with your leader. They are all on pit road. You are not missing a thing, I promise you. But that is going to bring out another caution of the night. Hey, gosh, I don't even know how many cautions it has been out here tonight. I think it's been more than that. It is Talladega. It is a big old super speedway. Alrighty. Matthew McKean up there in first place. You see the pace car lights are on there. So we're making our way around. Ramsey in that second position. Saw some of the cars come off of pit lane there. Some of those cars being able to make it back up there. Oh, that is my stream in the background. There we go. Either way, we were talking, or we were going to talk about the number 15 of Cameron Combs. Cameron Combs is a new kind of face up here. He's been up here towards the front a few times, but none other than further here in third position. Zachary King to that outside there. Zachary King has been up here multiple times tonight. He has been in first, led laps, a dominant car, an aggressive car here tonight. Etchapar finally has done something not really noteworthy, I should say, because that would sound really, really mean. But he did something really, really awesome. He stole the fastest lap of all the cars away from McKean. That number 4 of McKean up there in first place, yeah, he had the fastest lap out here today. Well, Etchapar stole it away. Take a look through the standings out there. Some of your biggest movers out there. Etchapar up 14 positions. Adams up 12. Gross up 18. Fox up 16. Ramsey up 16. Some of your biggest losers out there in the top 20. Clark down 11. May down 10. White down 16. Taking a look out there in the Fearless Broadcasting chat. Welcome in to anybody out there. Sorry for all of the mistakes here this morning. We are still tired and we are still new to broadcasting. Push the Edge Net. Greg says he's got to get a split screen like that for his ads. Yeah, definitely. It is definitely something I do not regret making. I love it. I wish I would have made it sooner. And
yeah,
he loves the whiplash cams, and that bumper and the roof cam are awesome. I do agree. Check out Whiplash Sim Cams and Pit Stop TV if you want to level up your broadcasting game with some of these camera angles that you see out here tonight. Pace car is off, and McKean is going to lead them to the restart zone here at Talladega once again. Green flag is out here, and that top row is going to get a good jump. Look at that. King has a good run right behind him, but he's going to get black flagged. Zachary King has a black flag. I think we have come up with something for his new nickname. Maybe you guys can use that to your advantage and come up with some kind of nickname referring to the black flag for him. But he's on that outside, so King is going to have to somehow get down to the bottom past all these cars to get to pit lane, I think, to serve it. No, his black flag is now cleared. So I guess it was just a unofficial penalty. So never mind. King will be able to hold his position. King's actually rocketing forward on that top side out there. You see the number 4, McKean, is actually still able to hold it on that bottom side, still able to keep that bumper out there. The 94, or the 97, pardon, of Ramsey is behind there helping. But King, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately for him, but unfortunately for McKean, will be able to get the bumper passed down the back straightaway as they go in the turn 3. See the 27 of Adams helping out King up there on that top side, giving him the push through the corner. Hopefully it's not too much of a push, or that could send him around. That is where you have seen most of your wrecks here tonight. People getting pushy through the corners, and just some people not being able to hold it through the corners, or just some pushes are just too aggressive in the corners. You also see that on a lot of bad blocks. A lot of bad blocking can cause that. You see King and McKinn absolutely going at it to try and take first away from each other. These cars are coming the lap 80 out of 100. See Austin Adams in 4th place. Cameron Combs now in 4th. Austin Adams in 5th. Chris Etchepar in 6th. Adams trying to move down there into a middle lane. He's going to be down there by himself. Not for long, though. That outside lane, just as soon as it gets formed up, is gone as they see that middle lane is going.
Man, that outside lane better start scooting on the inside, maybe going to the middle lane, because that lap car is going to start blocking.
They got to be able to get the side draft. That is what these cars are looking for. Here comes that lap car that Ricky was talking about. That lap car is going to have to do something there, squeeze up there. That is Thaddeus Friel Jr. in that number 98 machine. Running by himself in that Ford Mustang. You see, he will be able to get up there to that top lane, and they're all going to be able to get by Thaddeus, no problem. You see a car all the way back there, all by his lonesome. That is the number 7 of Allison back there. The number 16 of Scalise is back there by his lonesome. White and Uplinger in the 82 are back there by their lonesomes. And there is Friel Jr. back there. That is your look through the field as we are coming to lap 82 of this 100 lap race. What a morning it has been here in the All-American Racing Network League. And just because Fearless Broadcasting will be done broadcasting the Cup Series, I do believe, just because we will be all done broadcasting the Cup Series, does not mean that you guys cannot go sign up and still get broadcasted. Pit Stop TV will be taking back over the reins of the Cup Series. So make sure to go check them out, and to make sure to join the All-American Racing Network League if you are interested in running with them. And if you're not interested in Cup and you want O'Reilly, if you want the trucks, still check them out. They got all kinds of different series in here that you can check out. See the 77 of Casey Gross, been involved in multiple incidents out here today. Casey has been able to get back up there into 3rd position, coming to lap 83. You see Cameron Combs in that 2nd position, trying to take first away. The field is kind of leveled out yet again, going single wide towards the front, but it's still chaos towards the middle, surprisingly. Not towards the back, towards the middle. 3 wide. You see the 34 come up, and it gets Etchepar. See the 12 of Fox up into the wall. The 5 just barely missed it. Etchapar looks fine, surprisingly. These guys all look fine, so maybe it was not as bad as we think. I don't actually see a lot of damage to the 34. And considering the yellow flag has not come out, I'd say everybody just got a little bit loose and kept it straight. So we've got 3 groups. Fox will lead around the second group here at Talladega. And McKinn will still lead the front group around here. Thankfully, we're able to keep it clean. And these race cars, they're not going to get wrecked and not have to go home wrecked. And also not have to come off the track early and not finish the race. See the 27 of Adams out there on that outside lane, trying to get that outside lane to get back. If these guys can keep fighting too wide up here in this lead pack, that might give the second pack a chance to get back up there. They are not too far off of the front pack, as you can see. But if they do single up, they might have a chance of running away from that pack due to the sheer amount of cars in that draft. See more lap traffic coming up there. The number 7 gonna shoot below the apron. Not the number 24 though. The 24 will stay out on the racing surface. But all the lead lap cars are going to be able to get by with no problem at all. You see the 34 there. Originally, who caused the issue, the 34 Perry, got loose there and all hell broke loose. But they were all able to stay together and stay going good there. Able to keep clean, keep straight, keep going. There's that 19 of Krieger back there. You see the 44 and the 24 absolutely get into it. Big checkup on that bottom lane there. See the 4 of McKinn there out front. The 51 absolutely locking bumpers with that 27. And you see him come up the track there. That's what I was talking about at the beginning of this race. How these guys get so close to each other's bumpers where it gets super hard to see in front of you. And it gets hard to judge when you have to turn in to that corner. It may be Talladega, but if you mess up a little bit, that air that gets swept off your nose from being behind these cars and the air behind you being swept away, that dirty air, it's definitely not going to be a good mix. The 51 and the 27 get together. There goes Zachary King!
What is a goddamn caution for? Correct?
Zachary King is around. The 27 will go through the grass.
I have no idea what's going on. All right.
The 23, that is Chris Farner. In a little bit of a issue back there. And there's the 34 Perry. Hopefully not caught up too much in that. We got a pretty good view of that up here from the blimp camera provided to you by Whiplash Sim Cameras. Can't thank them enough tonight.
Speaking of Whiplash Sim Cams, let's bring up some of the sponsors for this morning's race. Boosted Safe, Bully Dog Coffee Company, and lastly, huge shout out to Whiplash Sim Cams.
Definitely. You see this scenic view here. This is also from them. Good for the opener. Pretty bad for right now. Don't know why I have it up, but figured it'd be a pretty nice thing as we work our way through our caution here. We're going to get back to a sensible camera here on our leader, the number 4 still of Matthew McKinn. Is still going to lead this race around. It has been a long morning here. We started this race. I don't know about all of you guys. But I am CST along with Ricky here. Sorry, I got sidetracked there for a second. Either way, we are going to focus up here. Again, these guys had 4 sets of tires to start this race here. These guys started on 65% fuel. Tell us, Ricky, we haven't checked on the temperatures, the air or track temps, and the humidity out there today. How are their temperatures out there?
So it dropped significantly from the beginning of the race. It is currently, track temps are 97 degrees Fahrenheit. And let me check on the humidity at the moment. We are still at a 35% humidity.
So if you remember earlier on in this race, about, I'd say about 50-something minutes ago, about an hour ago, if you remember, the number 4 received a black flag, just like how the number 97 of Ramsey received a black flag just now. But if you remember, the number 4 of Matthew McKinn right now that we're looking at received a black flag. Well, we got information back of what that black flag was for, if you are wondering. That black flag was for a lane change before the start-finish line. So that was definitely an unfortunate black flag for him. I do remember that coming out earlier during the race. But bear with us. We are going to get ready to go underway here very, very shortly in the All-American Racing Network Cup Series. Pit Stop TV himself, Andrew from Pit Stop TV, recommended we try out the start sequence TV cam from the Whiplash Sim Cams Talladega pack for the camera angles, which I was looking at that last night, and I do remember that option. I do remember looking at that option, and this is the option right here on screen that you are looking at right now. Of course, we were in iRacing, so I'm just going to show you. If you see here the TV start sequence right there, we got the TV start sequence, and I personally, I do love this one. I do like this one. So we are going to run this for the restart here yet again, as we are going to go to lap 91. We're going to have about 10 laps to go here when we go back to green. This is definitely exciting. You see the number 4 of McKinn. Sorry, I'm so terrible with last names, and I'm so tired. Forgive me, it's early in the morning. See, he's on the bottom. He picked the bottom. He's going to try and make it work on the bottom. The 15 of Combs out there on the top side. He's going to try to get that to work. The number 77 of Gross back there in that 3rd position. The 66 of Maupin. Maupin in that 4th position. Perry in 5th. Varner in 6th. Fox 7th. Echapar 8th. Clark 9th. Echapar 9th now. Clark 8th. And May 10th. That is your starting lineup there. Chris Romano 10th, Chris Echapar 9th, Coulter Clark. Either way, it's going to keep moving around.
Laps to go in this morning at Talladega.
Here we go. We are on that TV start sequence restart here. Matthew is going to lead him around in that number 4. machine,
Ready,
that
green,
Ford
green, green,
Mustang. Green flag is out here at Talladega yet again. And they got a good run off the bottom there. See Maupin in 4th place in that 66 machine. That's your original leader of this race. He's back up here at the front and he wants his lead back. You see them all getting together. Etchapar getting pushed out of line. Maupin still trying to get up there. You see the 34, that's Perry. Perry's been involved in multiple incidents tonight, but is up there in 5th position, trying to get a good finish. See a couple of cars back there off the pace. I saw the number 7 back there being one of them. Some more camera angles there from the Whiplash pack. This is a crank it up one. Fortunately, I do not have a crank it up overlay yet. I will have to get one. But you could just pretend. And these are probably blowing your ears out. Because they're blowing mine out. They are very, very loud. Don't worry. This is the quieter one of the Crank It Up, I believe. That's a pretty nice one. I do like that one a lot. Either way, we'll stop worrying about that and we'll start worrying about what is actually happening up here at the front. You see the number 15 of Cameron Combs is taking the lead away and is fighting for it on the outside, but you see a 3rd lane brewing. They're going to get a little bit loose, and you see 3 cars dive down below. I saw Perry dive down below the apron there. The 54 also being one of them, and I think the 27 of Adams, I believe, was the last one to dive down below the line there. See King on that outside. Zachary King, 2nd in that middle lane there. Again, just an aggressive car all day. He's been trying to get there all day. Trying to get up there the first. He's led a few laps here today. A little more than a few. A little more than a handful. Things are starting to get a little bit scary as we're coming off of turn 2. Zachary King all the way down to the apron will get back up into position on that bottom lane there. See the 54 shoot to the top. As we come in the turn 3, going in the turn 4. You see the 29 of Robert Hinsong. He is leading this race now. Zachary King in 2nd. The 15 of Combs in 3rd. We've got 3-lane racing as we come to 5 laps to go. Lap 95 of 100 here at the All-American Racing Network. Boosted safe 265 here at Alabama, Texas, or Texas, Alabama, whatever you want to say. Texas Speedway in Alabama. Or, am I saying Texas? Sorry, Talladega. Talladega, Alabama. I don't know why I'm thinking of Texas. Texas is great. I do like Texas Speedway, but we are not at Texas. We are at Talladega, Alabama, which is, I don't know how I messed that up, because this is one of my favorite tracks alongside of Daytona. I'm a super speedway gentleman, as you all know.
Too early in the morning.
A little too early for what?
To remember a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Track temp has dropped by 1 degree. We're sitting at 96 degrees. Ooh.
That middle lane got loose, and Adams pushes the 66 below the line. That 66 is Maupin. Oh, and Fox pushes the 34 of Perry below the line. And I believe Perry had a black flag. Green flag will still be in effect here. see the 16 dive down to get out of the way of some of those cars there. We're still green here at Talladega. Those cars were... Oh, the 5 and the 4 get together on the outside. See Maupin shoot down there to the apron.
44. Oh, the 44 got loose, couldn't hold it, and smacks the wall on turn 1.
Yeah, you see that's Chris Romano in that 44 machine. You see the 5 of May has a meatball flag. That's Gary May in that 5 of Kellogg's machine. I really like the Kellogg's machine. It's a classic. Unfortunately, meatball for him tonight. Remember, these guys do have 3 green, white, checkered flag runs if they need them. There's the number 29 of Hinsong trying to catch up to the pace car. The 51 of Zachary King following right behind him. And you can see after 100 laps almost here at Talladega, these cars are absolutely battered and beaten and just covered in rubber. Just, oh, terrible. But I guess for our final, hopefully, caution here of the night, we will play the caution song.
Well, you may have run out of racecraft. You may have made a mistake. That pedal on your far left side, most drivers call it the brake. Now I know you may be new to the craft and not so adept at turning left. So why go free wide into turn 1, then run out of skill? Now we're all done. Now the caution is out and the yellow is flying. The leader is pissed and the offender is lying. Here comes the goat, with an end of line. The penalties are coming, there might be a fight. Race hard, race clean, use respect and be nice. I'll see you at the finish line, get a win in life.
Alrighty, we are making our way under the All-American Racing Network Cup Series caution here of the night. I forgot what caution this is. We've had a lot of cautions here tonight. You can see the field is now numbered down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 cars I've seen so far. Probably a little bit more. Maybe at least 20. You can actually see up there a lot of the cars that were here. Chris Etchepar, unfortunately, out. Mark Hessel, out. Christopher Foote, out. John Shields, also out. Justin Young, also out of this race. Chris Perry, out of this race as well. Michael Alley, 39 laps down, out of this race. Jeffrey Johnson, 55 laps down, out of this race. Corey Powell, 2 laps down. Gregory Vandis in 21st position, 1 lap down. Clifford Allison on the lead lap in 20th position. So the top 20 cars that you see on the left side of your screen there are the lead lap cars. And your leader of those lead lap cars is the 29 of Hissong, Robert Hissong. See the 51 of Zachary King in second position to that outside lane there. He's going to be fighting for some kind of position there. The 15 of Combs definitely has come to life here at the end of this race, and being in third position, definitely not something any of these guys want to see. King chooses the bottom lane there. The song to the top. We are on our 1 of 3 green white checkers here tonight at here this morning at Talladega. The session has less than 5 minutes left in it, apparently. So unknown if these drivers are even going to be able to finish the race. I'm hoping that these guys are going to be able to finish the race tonight, or this morning. I mean, it would really suck if we got, like, this close to the end of the race, and then it just did that. So, I'm unsure if they are going to call it where the grid is now, if they are going to race it out. I would race it out, of course, but I mean, with 5 minutes left, you know, less than. Remember, guys, stick around at the end of this stream, or at the end of this race. We are going to be interviewing the top 3, so make sure if you are in the All-American Racing League and you are in here, or if you are in the server and your friends finish in the top 3, remind them to join into the little area before the broadcast booth, into the little holding pen, I like to call it. We'll pull you up. Pace truck is off. We're going to go green flag racing here. Lap 100 going to lap 101. Less than 5 minutes left. Let's get this race done, boys.
Green flag.
Green flag will fly here at Talladega. The song has got a good run on the bottom. Zachary King right behind him. Sorry, I just ate a chocolate bar. Very hungry. Fox makes a daring move up to the middle lane. The song still holds him down. His song still leads them. They're going to go and try and make a 3-line. White flag in the air. King's in that middle lane. Trying to block off the top. Combs pushes his song to the front. King will fall into line. His song still leads it. Combs still to the outside. He'll throw a block. Combs not blocked off. He'll get that bumper forward on the top. The crash! Now he's up in the catch fence! I spoke too soon! He's in the catch fence! Combs still going, though. Combs is in the lead on the top side. He's got the bumper ahead. He goes to the bottom. Here they come. Combs wins it. Cameron Combs is your winner here at Talladega, followed by Casey Gross in the number 77 car and the number 29 of his song. Will take home third place here at Talladega this morning in the All-American Racing Network Cup Series League. Combs, Gross, his song, and a huge crash on the last lap to bring him to the end of this race with less than 5 minutes in the session. Now with 5 minutes in the session, I unfortunately am not going to be able to get Gross's burnout here, probably. Unfortunately. But I will try and bring you that incident that happened on the last lap. Let's try and very quickly get back to that incident that happened. Trying to find it here. Bear with me, please. Okay. We're going to try to take a look through here. So let's... Oh, no, I jumped to live. Oh, no. Okay, let's just keep pressing the incident button until we get back there. This is all after the race ended. Okay, here it is. Let's slow motion it. I know not the most official thing in the world, but you know what? We have to make it work. It's the last lap and we're running out of time. 75 goes up into the catch fence. Look at that. The 98 of Thaddeus Friel out there. They all crash in front. There's a giant pile up. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That is a big, big pile up. I think one of the worst pile ups I have ever seen in iRacing. And they just keep wrecking. Everyone just keeps wrecking. So, unfortunate for them. But, thankfully, for Combs out there, there he is, that number 15 at Cameron Combs. He was able to take home the victory here this morning. Bear with us, everybody, as I track down our top 3 racers, our top 3 finishers. We're going to pull them up in here, and we're going to get them interviewed. Stay tuned. Alrighty, everybody. Welcome back. Hopefully that wasn't too long for you. I've tracked down all 3 of our top 3 finishers. I had to track 1 down. Thankfully, Cameron Combs wasn't too hard to track down. He actually showed up for the interview. Congratulations on a first place victory this morning here at Talladega. How does it feel to be the winner at such a unpredictable track?
Oh, it's definitely nice. There's been like 4 races this season I should have won, but somehow managed to lose it, and it feels good to finally get that win.
With a lot of cautions out here tonight, a lot of incidents, did that surprise you at all, being Talladega?
Not really. It did surprise me that I managed to get involved in almost all of them, but you'll have that on these super speedways.
This morning's race, what would you say was the hardest thing that you had to overcome during the race?
Definitely that first little bit of damage I had. I had like 5 minutes of damage that I didn't think was going to get fixed at the time because it seemed like we were running a lot of green flag laps, but it was still early in the race, so I knew I still had a shot at getting back up into it.
Given today's results, how do you feel going into next week's race?
I feel pretty confident. I think, is it Texas next week? I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
But depending on the track, I think we should be pretty good. Yeah, Texas is next week, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Texas ain't my favorite track, but hopefully we can show up there and have a good run there too.
Before we let you go, is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
I just got to give a huge shout out to the 77 Casey there for hooking up with me to the end and getting me across the line before everybody else.
Alrighty. Congratulations this morning, Cameron. Hopefully we see you do as well as you did here today next week.
Hopefully, thanks.
That was Cameron Combs, your first place finisher here. Up next, we're going to talk to Casey Gross. Now, Casey Gross, Cameron gave you a shout out, a big thank you to helping him get that first place victory. What do you have to say about that?
It's my boy, man. That's my guy. We raced a lot of other leagues together, and we've been racing now for about a year and a half together in this league and that. So he was my only ally I had on the track that I knew I had on the track. You know what I mean? So and basically, I told him, I said, listen, my goal is to get you the win if we can, because he's in the dash for cash, so he's racing for more than just points here. So I told him, I said, listen, man, if I can get on your bumper, bro, I'm going to push you there. And basically, I just straight up told him, I said, if it's either going to be me or you, it's going to be you. Because I'm trying to give him something a little extra, you know? He's made me a better driver over the last year and a half. He's always been a faster guy than I was. And he's gave me pointers here and there, and I've ran with him, and it's always helped me out. So, I mean, I almost feel better about this than if I won, dude. I love watching my teammates eat.
So, in the All-American Racing Network League here, we heard there's a special event coming up pretty soon that involves some moms and some girlfriends maybe racing around. Would you like to tell the viewers a little bit about that?
You know, honestly, I haven't looked into it yet. I've heard bits and pieces about it. I don't think my mom could even, manage my sim rig. I'm going to try to teach her. I'm going to put her on the track and let her turn some laps and see what she thinks about it. But I think it'll be great. I think it'll be a fun thing to watch. It'll be awesome to just sit back and watch it go down, watch my car on the track without me driving it.
So, you've raced in the All-American Racing Network League for a while now, right?
Yeah. So, well, this is my first season, but I've been here since week 1, yeah.
So, if you had any words about the league to give the viewers, words to describe how racing here is, to get them interested in coming to join you, why they should join you guys out here on track, what would those words be?
Accountability and race quality, honestly. I feel like all the guys in this league are pretty good about if they screw up, they admit it, they own it, they apologize for it. And then other than that, there's been a lot of races where I've seen door banging, I've door banged myself, and everybody drives away because there's a certain level of skill and a certain level of drivability in the league. I think it's a great all-around league. And to me, honestly, one of the most important things is accountability. Accountability can make or break a league. And honestly, this league got a lot of stand-up guys in it.
Alrighty, before we let you go, is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
I mean, obviously Cam. Got to give a shout out to Cam. I got to give a shout out to Doug, Bully Dog, all the guys who put this stuff on. You guys who put on a great show. I can't wait to go back and watch it. Just everybody who makes this thing work, dude. I love doing this stuff. It's a great time. It's always fun. And like I said, this league is a wonderful league to race in.
Alrighty, well, congratulations to you, Casey. Hopefully we see you do as well as you did today next weekend.
That's the idea. Ride the wave, baby.
Yes, sir, and best of luck to you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Alrighty, that was Casey Gross. I love him. I immediately, as soon as he was in here, I loved his energy. But that was Casey Gross. He was your second place finisher in that number 77 machine out here this morning at Talladega. Up next, we're going to talk to Robert. Robert, you are our third place finisher here at Talladega. Congratulations, first of all. Second of all, I got one question for you. With the amount of cautions out here tonight, with the amount of incidents out here tonight, were you surprised by how many incidents were actually caused out here tonight?
No, it's Talladega, and once you get past halfway, that's really when things start to get hectic and chaotic. People moving all around, playing strategy, taking fuel only, no tires. You restart after, several heat cycles. They just don't have as much grip, and you get moving around and all that with all the air, so
you're
it can be
thinking,
tough.
So you're thinking that saying that caution breeds cautions was true tonight?
Yes. Yep.
Besides the cautions here tonight, what would you say was the other biggest factor here tonight that was a challenge?
Being in the correct lane. In past races here, my experience, if I have two or three people with me and throw it all the way up against the wall, usually can make pretty good headway. But for some reason today, just you couldn't go anywhere up next to the wall, and you either had to be bottom or second lane. Anywhere in between that, you were going backwards.
Would you say that there's a lot of competitiveness out here in the All-American Racing Network League, and that could have been some of the causes of some of the cautions? Because I know we saw from up here in the booth, generally it's frowned upon to push in some of these corners sometimes, but we saw a lot of bumping and pushing through those corners. Do you think that competitiveness and that aggression led to those cautions tonight?
Aggression, yes. Competitiveness, it's being a good competitive driver. You got to know where to push, where not to push, and I've ran several super speedway races, and a lot of the guys that I race with on a weekly basis, not here, but in other leagues, we can push through the corners, no problem. It just really depends on who you get linked up with and who you trust and who's around you.
So I gotta ask, after your finish here this morning, what's the confidence level looking like going into next weekend?
Just think I'm gonna try and keep it out of the wall at Texas off turn 2.
That sounds like a good plan, I think. Ricky, you got any questions?
Not much, just great driving. Love to see people getting taken out from all these cautions and catching back up to the lead, sitting on pole.
Before we let you go, is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to the league sponsors, Bully Dog Coffee, and I forget the other one, but thank you guys for broadcasting, and thanks for Doug for putting this together, and we'll go try and win Texas.
Of course. Congratulations, Robert.
Thank you, guys.
That was Robert Hissong. That was your third place finisher. A tough break for him. He was an aggressive car all night. He was up there towards the front of the pack the entire night. And unfortunately, he was not able to take home the victory here tonight. This morning, but he did get a good podium top 3 finish this morning. It was a great race despite the cautions that we had, despite all the incidents that we had. I still overall think that this was a great race, and going and looking back at that Easter morning race that we had here in the All-American Racing Network Cup Series League here, it was another good race. The Cup Series has just been overall a great series to broadcast for. It's been an amazing series to broadcast for, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of sad. I absolutely hate waking up this early in the morning, but I'm kind of sad to not be broadcasting it anymore. So with a heavy heart, we are going to say goodbye to the AARN Cup Series, but don't worry, because we are still going to be with the AARN, with their O'Reilly's and Truck Series for the remainder of the month. So make sure to check out those streams coming up. Make sure to also check us out for Weekend Warriors for the Arca Menards series. Make sure to check out Dare on Wednesday. And make sure to check out the Black Diamond Racing League Cup Series on Thursday if you are still interested in Cup Series that me and Rico Chino broadcast. So with that, we will say goodbye to the AARN Cup Series, and we will say goodbye to Talladega, Alabama. Congratulations to Cameron Combs out there in that number 15 Chevrolet for taking the win. Congratulations to the 77 of Gross in the 29 of his song for standing on pole with him. And thank you all for joining us here at the AARN Racing Network League Race. Have a good morning, have a good rest of your day, and we will see you guys later. Have a good one, y'all.